Hello everyone, and welcome back to the workshop. Now today we're going to be taking a close look at this package that the good folks over at TSPROF sent me. This is their Kadet sharpener. Got some pretty cool stickers in here. There was looks like a black walnut debit card holder, RFID protected debit card holder. There's the stickers. They came in the package. Okay. It's the Kadet Pro, and this is a sharpener that I have had my eyes set on for quite some time now. I really appreciate them for sending it over for me to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it open, and then we're going to set it up and see how it works. Alright, in the box here we have our instructions. We also have our sharpening stones, and then of course all the pieces and the base. I'm going to go ahead and get this all put together and we'll check it out. Alright, I got it all assembled. Setup is extremely easy. There is English instructions in the box as well as the standard Russian instructions. Now a few things about this: it's incredibly stable. I mean, you'd look at it, you wouldn't think it would be that stable being as small as it is, but it's very stable. I do like the many features this has. You gotta understand, I come from using one like this. This is just a cheap Chinese one off of Amazon. I actually did a video here on the channel about it, and the setup on this is a nightmare. It does the job, don't get me wrong. It will sharpen knives, but you can only go down so far to a certain point before it bottoms out, and you know, like chef's knives and stuff can be a pain to get a really aggressive angle on this sharpener. So let's put this over to the side. But as for this one right here, alright, let's say we want to turn our knife over. There's a little lever right here. Pull that lever, flip it over. Lever locks right back in place. Make sure it's good and clicked in place like that. Nice and secure. Same way, back over. Locks it in place. Alright, little foot here on the carrier portion of this rod here rests right around the bearing assembly right here, so it can be pushed out of the way with no problem at all. Adjustment of the angle is extremely easy. Got a nice knob here. All the knobs and stuff on here are very well made. They're made of aluminum. They have the ridges on them so you can get a good grip on them. Then when you get your angle adjusted, just go ahead and click it in place, lock it in place, and it's going to stay put. Nice and solid. Now, this does not have any markings on it to tell you what angle you're at. I'm just going to sharpen this knife that's currently on there to the angle that's already on it. It does give you directions on where to find a really nice digital angle gauge. So that might be something to look into. It's something I need to look into for sure here at the shop. But like I said, it won't be a problem finding the angle that's already existing on this knife. But also it comes with a very nice set of TSPROF diamond stones. All the way up to 1000 grit from 150. And like I said, they're very well made. A lot thicker than the cheap ones. I actually have some of the cheaper ones here that I used for my other little sharpener. And the good thing about this as well is that I do believe with the way the adjustment is on here, now it's set for the TSPROF stones, but it will probably, yeah, with just a little bit of adjustment, I can still use the stones that I have. So I've got this whole box over here full of sharpening stones that I can use on this system as well. So that's really cool. I like that you can use multiple different stones from different companies. But like I said, the TSPROF ones are really, really nice. They got an aluminum backing on them. It's not just plastic around the edge, so the backing's good and solid, so your diamond stone's going to stay nice and flat when you're sharpening. As for the arms here on this, just like the adjustment here at the back, they've got nice aluminum knobs on them. And like I said, assembly is simple. We just slide these on. And like I said, this will accommodate a pretty substantial size blade. I mean, this other chef's knife I've got is a little bit longer than the one that's on here, and I have no concerns over that whatsoever fitting in there. But like I said, easy to switch out, easy to use just one if you want to. I would probably always use two on this. They slide in real close to the edge of the center here, so you could do a small hunting knife all the way up to large buoys, choppers. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put it to the test and sharpen the chef's knife up. And you can see how stable it is here. I mean, that other little cheap sharpener that I showed earlier, I had to actually clamp it down to a piece of steel in the vise. Like I said, the video is here on the channel, and I mean, I've just got 2 fingers on here, and I'm working on this knife here, and it's staying extremely stable. I mean, you can see it rocking a little, but that would be completely impossible with the other one without clamping it down to a piece of steel or a tabletop or something. So this is already so much better. I'm using a 600 grit diamond stone on this currently because this already had a decent edge. It was already pretty sharp. It just had a few little nicks in it from use in the kitchen. This is the knife that I use the most in the kitchen. The Damascus one over there I use pretty frequently as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and flip this over. I've seen a lot of reviews for these sharpeners, not necessarily this exact one, but some of the older models on YouTube for quite some time, and they've always been something that I've wanted to get, but never really had a chance to. You know, I haven't been doing this for a super long time, just a few years, and I really appreciate the company for sending this out for me to put through the ringer, and I can already tell you, with just the little bit of time I've had to use this, which is what you're seeing here on the video. I mean, this is the first time I've had this out of the box, first time that I've messed with it, and I can tell you that it's going to change things for me drastically. It really will. Also, something else I'd like to add is like this rod here. It has a keeper here on the end. You may be able to see that in the video right here. To keep you from pulling it out. Now that happened a lot with my other sharpening system. There was no keeper here on the end, and whenever I'd be using it, it wasn't uncommon just to pull it out, smack the blade. Now I got to where I was accustomed to using it without much of a problem, but when you're first starting out, it's an easy way to ruin some hand sanded finishes on a blade when you smack them with a diamond stone or a sanding stone. So yeah, I'm definitely thankful for that. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out stones and move on up to a higher grit. Get this one finished up, and I will see you in a minute. Like I was saying, replacing the stones. Actually, I sat here and told y'all guys that I was using a 600 grit. I was actually using a 400 grit. This is the 600 grit right here. Alright. Nice and easy. I'll get this done up. I'll chat with you in a second. Alright. I got my knife sharpened up. I'm ready to remove it. Extremely easy. Just back these off. And this Allen wrench is provided with the set. And it doesn't really scratch the blade up I've noticed that using this one compared to some of the others. I'm sure, you know, with a nice finish, this knife here, like I said, it gets used. I have kids, they wash it. They sometimes don't always dry it off. So it's, you know, it's kind of got some surface problems because of that. But anyway, though, back to what I was saying. With a piece of, with a Damascus knife or something with a nice fresh finish, like if you're sharpening a knife, you just, you know, got completely done, about ready to go out the door, final touches, you can put some masking tape on there, a couple layers of masking tape, you'll be good. Like I said, the spine on this knife is very thick. Accommodated it with no problem. I know that if it'll hold this, it'll hold anything else that I've got without any problem at all. But finish this one up. Used my little leather strop here that I made, glued to an old stone to strop off the burr. Very happy with it. Alright, there you have it. Got the knife sharpened up. It has a fantastic edge on it. I'm more than happy with this sharpener right here. This will change the sharpening game in my workshop for sure. I like the fact that it's not overly large. I mean, and it breaks down easy too. I can disassemble this or leave it fully assembled, put it in a drawer in the desk, pull it out as I need it, or I can set up a dedicated sharpening space, which is probably what I'll do. But if you're a maker that's getting into knife making and has, you know, begins selling knives, this is a fantastic choice right here because it isn't super big. It's just the right size to have in a smaller shop, like if you're in a garage or something like that. It would work out perfect. Like I said, pretty straightforward. I like the fact that all of these knobs here are aluminum and they have texturing so you can get a hold of them and adjust it. I love the fact that this will can be adjusted down to accommodate small hunters or all the way up to chef's knives. Before this, I haven't really been able to do what you to sharpen an edge on what you classify as like a traditional professional grade chef's knife, because the other sharpener I had, I couldn't really get down to that angle that was needed. But with this, that won't be a problem whatsoever. You've seen me use it. Adjustment's easy. Flip this lever, flip your knife over and back, no problem. Flip this right here, and that allows you to adjust the angle right here on the side. I do suggest getting a digital angle gauge so you can be exact when you dial it in. I'll definitely be getting one. The stones that come with this, the diamond stones, are fantastic, nice and sturdy. Not that, you know, not really thin. Trust me, I've used some cheaper ones and they're really thin and they flex. These are on a nice aluminum backing, so they're nice and sturdy whenever you use them. I like the fact that this can be moved out of the way with no problem at all. But with that being said, I really appreciate you checking this video out. Head over and take a look at these on their website. There'll be a link down below in the description. If you use their link, you can save 7% on a purchase. Keep your eye out here on the channel. I'll be doing a basic hunter build. I've actually got the blade forged out, finishing up the filming of the heat treating and stuff, and that'll be out soon. I appreciate you all for watching. Go take a look at TSPROF. Worth every penny, trust me. With that being said, if you hit that sub button down below, ring the notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate you guys for sending this out too. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.